Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Thursday. It's Business Thought Thursday. I've got some ideas I want to share with you today. And let me introduce myself. I'm Daniel McCrane. I'm the Chief Growth Strategist with McCrane Associates. I work with small businesses just like yours to implement strategies that generate tens of thousands of dollars in revenue and profit without spending money on marketing or advertising. Now, this is Business Thought Thursday, so I had a thought that I wanted to share with you today, and this has to do with planning for the next year, maybe even for the lifetime of your business. I'm sure you're in this mode. If you haven't already sat down to do some planning for next year, maybe it's still upcoming. You're going to do some planning after the holidays. Maybe that the best time frame is for you. Well, I want to share some thoughts with you here that I ran across. And I got to say, I borrowed this from somebody else, but I thought it was really, really good. So I wanted to share with you today what this is. So as you are working on your vision, as you're working on your goals, keep this frame of mind as you're working on those. It's not so much advice about creating your vision or advice about creating your goals. There's so much stuff out there already. But I had this thought. I thought this was really insightful to have this frame of mind, this reference, as you're going through the vision planning and the goal setting for the next year and forever, however long you're going to be setting those for. So anyway, here we go. 3 simple steps. So step 1 is clearly define what you want. I'll explain some things here in a moment as we go through. Step 2, clearly define what is true. And step number 3, then decide what you need to do to achieve number 1 based on number 2, and include these qualities with an open mind and with a sense of humility. So let's talk about this a little bit. So number 1, clearly define what you want. So when you're setting your vision, what's that long-term vision for your business? Where do you want to be? That aspiration that you have for what your business is going to accomplish. Or when you're thinking about your goals, what are you going to get done in the next 12 months? Or however long you're going to set your goal for. What do you want to accomplish? Think very, very clearly about what it is that you want. Then once you know what you want, here's where I see a lot of goals fail. So here's one reason why goals fail. Step 2 in this process is to clearly define what is true. So take an inventory of your environment. Take an inventory of yourself. Take an inventory of your business. What limitations are currently in place? Are there skills that you lack that you don't have? A big fish in a small pond and you need to move into a larger pond where you can become a bigger fish. What else? Just all kinds of things about your environment. All right. What are some things that you lack? What are some resources or some assets that you have that maybe you look at in a different light? And based on what you want to achieve, step 1, and now with a very clear and accurate understanding of what is true about you and about your business, this is where you start to put these things together. So sure, there are going to be some limitations you're going to run up against, all right? Of course, things that are legal, moral, and ethical. You're not going to step outside of those boundaries. Those boundaries, sometimes that you have to limit yourself a little bit. But we all know that you get rewarded in the end for playing by those rules. There may be some very real limitations that you're facing right now. Different kinds of safety protocols or restrictions. There could be different types of regulations in your industry, in your environment. Be different types of legislative restrictions. There could be compliance restrictions that you have to play within. You have to stay within those boundaries. All of that is very true. take what you know to be true then and get what you want to achieve. And with a very open mind, try to figure out, how can I get from here to there, even though I've got all this gap that's in between. And I say keep an open mind because, look, many of you know I'm a former teacher, right? We know what we know. Sometimes we know what we don't know. We can see just far enough ahead so we know, I don't know that. And we're aware of it. We are consciously aware of what we don't know. It's real easy to fix. You can go out and you can find information. You can find people to teach you what you don't know. The part is when you don't know what you don't know. So there's so much information out there. Knowledge abounds like crazy everywhere in the world. So because you're playing in this little box, this is all you know, and then you've got just a little bit larger circle of what you know you don't know. That is not the whole entirety of the world. There is a larger box to look at, which is that you don't know. And out here in this larger circle is very likely where the answer is to achieve what you want based on what is currently true for you and in your business. So keep an open mind to what you don't know that you don't. Don't evaluate that unknown knowledge based on what you do know, because you don't the bigger picture. Is this making sense? I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit. The other side of this is, make sure that you keep a sense of humility. Like I was just, don't be mental about what you don't know yet, based on what you do know. There are other people with other experience. There are other people with more information. There are people out there who are willing to teach you and to share with you. So look at what you want with your vision setting and your goal setting in the next few months. And if you've already set your goals, then go back and take a look at your goals. Make sure that, first of all, you're very clear on what you want. Then make sure that you do this assessment of what is currently true. And be brutally honest with yourself. Don't fake yourself out. Don't lie to yourself and say, yes, I can achieve this, when your reality is not going to help you get there to what you want to achieve. And then finally, put these things together with an open mind and with humility. So review what you've already done. If you haven't done it yet, and as you're setting your vision and your goals, then keep this frame of mind available as creating your goals, and as you're creating your, still go ahead and create those lofty goals and that fantastic vision that you want to go after. Don't let this framework that I'm telling you about keep you from achieving great things. Instead, what I want to do is inspire you to do greater things by keeping this framework in mind as you create your vision and your goals. All right, well, I don't know if I just talked in circles and if I just confused it out there if you run across this video. But hey, if you ever want to sit down and talk about it, if you want to find out more about what I'm thinking, if you ever want me to explain something a little more clearly, because I didn't in this video, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'm open to brainstorming anytime about how we can make your business operate better. And I do this just because I want to see communities grow and thrive. I believe that we, as small business owners, play a very key, vital role in creating vibrant communities. So wherever you are, I want your community to grow and thrive. And that's why I do what I do. So with that, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and close here. I'm going to say have a great day and success, everyone. See you in the next video.